Official. It's the first when I'm filming this, and today is my first day doing December daily. Now, I did not prepare any pages in advance. However, I did pick some supplies out. Now, if you would like to see the video where I decorated this cover and I talked about kind of how I'm doing December daily and what this notebook is and all the things, I will link it up above. But for today, I'm going to focus on probably one of my favorite Christmas memory stories to tell, and it is the year I think I was 15. And the one thing I asked for Christmas was a VHS copy of Independence Day. And because signals got crossed in my family, everyone thought someone else was buying it for me, and I did not get it. I'm freeballing this. I don't know how to fucking scrapbook, but I decided to pick some things out ahead of time to try and make things a little bit easier on myself. And what I want to have is a space for journaling, and then to write about my memory, as well as some decorations. So I printed this picture of Brent Spiner in Independence Day. For those of you who did not see that movie, he plays a doctor from Area 51 who is kind of kooky because he's been locked up underground. He's going to be the visual representation of Independence Day. So I'm going to cut him out right now because I want to have him prepared. And I even have a quote of his that I'm going to letter and put into her. Not necessarily fancy letter, but write in some form. I really don't like cutting printer paper, which is what this is printed on, because it always seems to like flop all over the place like a limp penis, and everybody knows that a limp penis is not desirable. So I grabbed, what did I grab? I'm kind of going with a red situation for this first page. I grabbed this sheet of red paper, scrapbook paper, from one of my various pads. I grabbed this journaling card from the Project Life like Christmas situation I bought from Michael's to do the journaling on. I grabbed this buffalo plaid washi that I got from the dollar spot at Target, and then this is from the Hearth and Home the Fixer Upper People's line. The washi tape was super cute. I'm not a huge fan of their show. It kind of makes me sad as someone who lives in California and could never dream to spend that little money on a house, but it was cute washi, so I thought these two would be nice compliments. And then I grabbed some embellishments from that same Project Life pack, including the Santa hat, which I think I am going to slap upon his head. And then I grabbed some white sticker paper to use for his quote. And then I grabbed some black cardstock as well. Okay, so what am I going to do? I got to figure out how this layout is going to happen. That's what you do when you scrapbook, right? So let me take all these. These are all backing situations. So I want to have him here with maybe some stuff bracketing him. And I really want him to wear the Santa hat because I just think that that is fantastic. And then I want the journaling card to go here. No, I want him to go here. No, I want this. Shit, this is why I don't do this shit. Okay, kind of like this, with like the little thought bubble for the quote going up above. And then these can just get used as embellishments. So I guess the first thing I need to do is create my little frame for this homie right here. And I'm going to start by putting him on black paper so that it makes his like face and Santa hat pop. So I am going to I have seriously no idea what I'm doing. If you have any suggestions to help me figure my shit out, I will take them down in the comments. This is my Prima Planner glue pen. It's one of my favorite glue sticks. My Yoo-Hoo, which is what I used on the covers of this, is my hardcore mixed media glue stick, but this one works really well for like regular papers and shit. Oh God, that was super like stringy. Ew. So I'm just gonna hope that this works pretty well for these things. Now where'd that Santa hat go? I lost his hat. Oh my God. Oh, there it is. Because I figure if I put the red on the red paper, it's just going to get lost. And it's like, what in the hell's the point of that, right? So I am going to glue. Should I put it at a jaunty angle? No, it feels like it's going to like put the ball into his mouth. I think I'm just going to put it at a straight angle because otherwise it's going to look like I'm trying to make him like sexually harass him with this Santa hat. And I don't want to do that right now. Side note, okay, so that's what this is. I loved Independence Day. It came out like 94, I think, and I was 14 in 94. So maybe it was I was 14, almost 15, when I wanted this movie for Christmas. Brent Spiner plays Dr. Oaken, who is this character. And I am for those of you who are Star Trek people, you know that Brent Spiner plays Commander Data on Star Trek The Next Generation. And I was raised a Star Trek person by my parents who loved Star Trek The Next Generation. Side note, I think this video is going to be long. I don't really want to time lapse it. I want to just chat. I think I'm going to do that. There's going to be some of these December daily videos where I am time lapsing them and doing a voiceover because I want to experiment with voiceovers. But this is actually just going to be a chatty. Anyway, sorry. So Star Trek The Next Generation was my show. My parents were big Trekkies, and I like to joke that I was raised a Trekkie. Ooh, that looks nice. Nice little Brent Spiner situation. So I was raised a Trekkie by my parents. I'm going to put some red down as like another layer of Brent Spiner. Yeah, layers of Brent Spiner. So I like to say that I'm second generation Trekkie. So shout out in the comments if you're a Trekkie, whether you're a second generation, third generation, or first generation. My daughter really doesn't give that much of a shit. My son enjoys it. I would not say he is a huge Trekkie himself, but that is because we have not watched consistently. He's caught me watching like episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, but we haven't like sat and watched through an entire series, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen anytime soon. But I would like to watch the new one because Anthony Rapp is one of my boys, because I'm a renthead and I love him in Adventures in Babysitting, and I saw him live on Little Shop of Horrors when that was on tour after they revived it. And I just love Anthony Rapp, and knowing that he's on Star Trek just gives me a super happy. But I haven't decided if I want to spend the money on that CBS Direct or whatever it's called, the streaming service, even for Star Trek. It just seems like another streaming service, and I just don't need another streaming service in my life right now. All right, so we have this Brent Spiner, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw his voice bubble on the sticker paper and then cut it out and put it up above his head. But so this is one of my elements, and then this, I feel like I want to back this up on black cardstock too. I think that would, like, this whole black and red situation that I've got going on. I don't know if this is going to work as well as I want, though. Maybe I want to use double stick tape. Since I'm going to use double stick tape on the top and the bottom, since on the silver area I'm not going to be writing, so it won't do that like shitty thing where double stick tape adds the little bit of bulk. But then I'm still going to put glue on it. I'm just adding the double stick tape for reinforcement. I have no idea if this is some MacGyvered bullshit or what, but it is what I am doing to secure the greatest generation. No. Next generation? No. All right. And then I'm going to just cut around this as like a frame. I'm hoping that maybe by the end of December daily, I'll have a little bit of confidence in my shitty scrapbooking skills to maybe take on more memory keeping, because I'm really bad at that. I'm bad at memory keeping. I am bad at taking pictures. I am bad at allowing myself to be photographed, which you would think I would be okay with, considering both my parents died when they were still pretty young. They were in their 40s. My dad was 40, my mom was 45, and I don't have hardly any pictures of my mother because she hated being photographed just like me, and what I wouldn't give to have more pictures of her, but yet I still perpetuate the same cycle. What is that? Okay, so this I think is going to be a nice little situation right there. Now, do I want to add any of these little embellishments? I guess we'll have to see. I need to put down the voice bubble too. I'm going to skip out on the buffalo plaid, I think, but I might. Nah, I'm not going to use that either. I think I'm going to forsake the washi for right now and just put down this. Okay. And one of the things I like about these Prima glue sticks is they are so skinny. You know, even when you're used to using just like Crayola, or not Crayola, Elmer's glue or whatever, they're kind of like fat. And these skinnier ones, you can almost use them and feel like you're using like a pen or like a marker or something. And that's nice. So I'm going to put this guy here just like this. Where's the top of my page? I think I almost just went right off the top. There we go. Okay. Let's rub you down. Let's rub you down. And then we're going to stick Brent Spiner, Dr. Oaken, right here. I feel so amazing that I just layered all this shit. Look at me acting all fancy. What's that like? So yes, so when I was whatever this age was, let me finish the memory. I guess I can do that when I do the journaling. So why don't I just continue to build this and just chat randomly. One of my goals for this whole December daily thing is to get better at scrapbooking. Another one is to, like I said, test out voiceovers, because not that I am necessarily a fan of all voiceover content, but one of my dreams is to start a podcast, and being better at voiceovers would help with that. And one of my dreams would be to be able to do more than the types of content I'm doing now, to add on some more video types, and having voiceovers in the bag would be helpful. And my husband's an audio engineer, so like, I think that I'm like doing him a disservice by not attempting to do things that he could help me with. All right, so I need to draw in a voice bubble, and I'm going to utilize this Sharpie. Where is it? Let me do an ultra fine, extra fine Sharpie. How big can I be? Like about yay? That's going to be way too big. Damn it. Okay. Let's try this again. All right. That I think is going to be the right size. I'm going to go around it one more time, and look at this sexy Sharpie holder that one of my Wild 30 students sent me. Isn't it fabulous? I'm going to go around it with Sharpie to kind of thicken the line up so that when I'm cutting it out, it's got a little bit more of a border on it than just the skinny Sharpie. I just prefer to work with those rather than the fat Sharpies. You can always go fatter, but you can't really go skinnier. At least not until the cutting out phase. Okay, this doesn't have to be perfect. And part of me thinks I could have just done the, like, the lines where you kind of just messily go over the lines like I do in my bullet journal from time to time. But part of me doesn't want to do that with this because of those nice fat black outlines that are on the different pieces. I feel like by keeping a nice fat black outline here, it makes it look kind of coordinated. I'm just going to fucking do that. Cutting things out. And I know there's like, I have a silhouette that I'm shit at using, and I could get one of those die cutting machines, but for an experiment, that's a lot of money to buy not only the machine, but the, I don't care if there's a little bit of white showing, that's fine. But I'm going to write on this right now. Let's hope I don't screw this up. So I wrote the quote down. They don't let us out much is my quote that I'm using. Now I'm saving these scraps for other things, December dailies or otherwise. I'm using kind of a offset sort of printing style, just because I think it kind of shows that like kooky, that kooky kind of kookiness that is Dr. Oaken. I don't even know what's happening outside, if it's picking up on the microphone or not. Some fucking loudness. Okay, so this is going to go here. So let's get you peeled. Excited for the sticker paper rather than having to do, you know, the joy of the glue pen wears off after a certain amount of gluing. And the joy of peeling the fucking sticker back is never there. Oh my God, why won't you? There we go. They don't let us out much. This I think is looking kind of cute. So then I need to add on some embellishments. I just did some research right quick on the computer to find out when Independence Day came out, because I think I want to write down, if I can remember, not all of these memories are attached to dates, but the ones that are, I would like to have commemorated with the dates that they came out. I'm going to write the date here and then the year of no Independence Day, kind of like the year without a Santa Claus, the year without Independence Day is what I'm going to write down here for the title. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to use this Papermate Flare. December 25th, 1996. So I was 16 years old, almost 17 years old when this happened. Oh man, that puts it in hella perspective. That's not a fucking H. Without. I'm just going to put a hyphen there. I'm going to make this, I'm not covering this up. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that. The year without Independence Day or an H. Because I'm not going to start over on this shit. I am going to just work my way through it. And now I'm going to journal really quick, and I'm going to write my journal out. I will wrap this up by telling you the story briefly, and then I will be done. The year I was 16, all I wanted for Christmas was a VHS copy of Independence Day. If you were a teenager in that time frame, you know how awesome Independence Day was. My mom, my grandma, and other people in the family all thought that someone else had it covered, and so nobody got it for me. But I did get other movies, and every time I'd unwrap a movie-shaped package, I would be like, sweet, Independence Day. And no. And so by the time I got to the end of my presents, I was trying not to cry. And my mom was like, I'm so sorry. I thought somebody had taken care of it. So I wound up getting it with my Christmas money that I did get. But it was the only thing I asked for. And at the same time, looking back on it, yes, hashtag first world problems. And it helps me keep in perspective when one of my kids is disappointed if they didn't get something. Even though at the same time it is first world problems, I can remember how it felt to not get the one thing I wanted. So I kind of use that as a touchstone memory to help me remember perspective on days when gifts are given, that it really isn't about what the gift is as much as it is the sentiment behind it, but that it can sting, and to remember that sting so that when I can have empathy for other people who might be just like, oh, come on, man, really? Are you that frustrated? I remember being that frustrated, so it helps me stop from being super frustrated when I see people get upset like that. I think that this turned out pretty cute considering it was my first day, my first try, my trial run. Well, it's not really a trial run, it is the official day. And also, let's take a look and see this lettering. Didn't go through it all on the Muji paper, so sweet, that'll be nice because I'm gonna have to do at least 5 spreads on the back sides. And I had my official first fuck up, but that's okay. It looks cute anyway. I will be doing more of these. I will be doing a flip through at the end of the month of all of them. I will not be showing me doing the process of all 25 because I have other things I'm filming this month as well. However, I will be doing the ones I think are going to be the most interesting for you to hear about, and I will show you over on Instagram and so on and so forth over the course of the month. So check me out there at Llama Letters if you want to see a more kind of real-time impression situation. I don't fucking know. So was there something that you really wanted when you were a kid for Christmas or whatever other holiday you celebrated that you didn't get and you felt super disappointed? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.